Welcome all of you for my next video that is called the tunnels, which is the next point in the unit number 5. First one, tunnel description. What is called as a tunnel? Which portion is to be called as a tunnel? That is, it is made into natural material, that is rocks, empty inside, carry the loads itself. Both ends are open to atmosphere, generally horizontal. Thick walled structure look like one type of cylinder is to be called as a tunnel. So this is the diagrammatic representation of the tunnel. So upside, downside, tunnel portion is shown, shaft portion is to be there, adit portion is to be there. Adit portion means it is the passage for drainage. Total hilly area is to be shown in figure. This is the typical cross section of the tunnel. So if the tunnel is circular, so such type of the portions are to be there. Okay, digging section is middle one, then support section is the second one, swelling section is third one, pressurized area is fourth one, and flow direction of water. Surface excavations. When you are doing the surface excavation, deformation and failure occurs generally for the tunnels. So underground excavations, in that one, underground excavation we are doing in the rock and in the sediment. So stability and arch action we require to continue when the tunnel is to be constructed. So water. So there are two types of the tunnels, that is dry tunnel and wet tunnel. Dry tunnel is above water table and wet tunnel is below water table, obviously. Gases, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, methane. So what are the damages occurs when the tunnel is to be constructed? So first one is the gas burst occurs, rock falls, rock burst, squeezing of the ground. Temperature increases when you are going inside, and subsidence. Explorations and investigations related of slope stability. Geomorphological mapping and preparation of longitudinal and cross section. Geological mapping and surveying. Geophysical surveying, underground explorations, groundwater surveying, and laboratory tests and model studies. They are to be study part when you are to go towards the tunnel excavation. So geological mapping is very important. Geological mapping done by the aerial photographs taken by aerial photogrammetry. So this is to be important part related with the slope stability. Surface excavations. Some of the surface excavations are permanent, some of the surface excavations are short-term excavations. Subsurface excavations. So in that one, geology, soil profile or hard rock geology, structure, groundwater and stability. Investigation, again we have to move towards the investigations. Which type of investigation we require? We require to prepare the topographical map. We require to prepare the geological map, geophysical surveying, trial pits, boreholes we require to take it in certain intervals. General and local stability analysis we have to do. Decide the excavation method. Which type of method we have to, manual or tunnel boring machine we have to use. So there are different methods are to be there. This is to be typical site for the tunnel excavation. That is, withered rock is at the top portion, moderately withered rock is middle portion, and unwithered rock is or fresh rock is to be there. This is the vertical geological section for ideal tunneling site. Then underground excavations. Underground excavations we require to provide the different portions. So see here, so it is to be audit, shaft, incline, large chamber, tunnel, subway, underpass, shelter portion we required to provide. Powerhouses, maybe, means whatever the hydrological stations are to be there. So at that particular area, powerhouses we require to construct. Warehouses, store mining activities. Okay, mining activity purpose, some of the tunnels are to be excavated. So this has to be underground excavations are to be there. Gases, there are to be some of the gases are to be evolved from the when we are excavating actual tunnel. That is carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, methane, hydrogen sulfide, like this. So these are to be tunnel failures. Then factors affecting to the excavation of rocks when you are constructing the tunnel. So these are to be listed factors for the rock excavation: mineralogical composition of the rock, texture classification of the rock, texture, fabric of the rock, petrographic features, structures, rock mass means density of the mass, rock, strike and depth of the beds, intensity of tectonic disturbance, degree of withering. So these are to be factors affecting to the excavation of the rock. Resistance of rocks to excavation. If the roots soil is to be there, resistance is less. Soil easy to spread, soil easy to dig. Crumbling weak rocks, rocks easy to blast, rocks difficult to blast, rock very difficult to blast. So these are to be various stages, means various features when you are actually going for the tunnel excavation. Tunneling methods. So it is to be shield tunnel method. This method involves the use of shield machine to drive the tunnel below the ground. So this is the one of the figure, means at that portion here the shields are to be provided at the top and bottom portion, and this lengths means shield lengths are to be given here. 1.2 meter concrete lining segments we have to provide at that top and bottom portion, okay. So this is the one of the method for the tunnel excavation, shield tunneling method. This construction method causes mineral disruption to traffic and environment because all the work takes place below ground and the ground level environment is unaffected. Okay, so this is one of the first method for the tunnel excavation. The next one, this is the diagrammatic representation of this one. Next method is cut and cover tunneling method. So there are to be 4 steps are to be there for the cut and cover. Construction, first step, construction of diaphragm wall. Second step, excavation within the diaphragm wall. Step third, construction of permanent floor, slabs and walls. And step 4, fitting out the internal structures, backfilling. So diagrammatically this is to be this point. So see here, this is the first step, construction of the diaphragm wall, and decking and pin piles at the left area. Okay, the second stage is here, construction of diaphragm wall, decking and pin piles for the right area. So diaphragm walls left area first. So here this portion is to be there, diaphragm wall is to be placed. Similarly here is to be constructed diaphragm wall, here again the diaphragm wall is to be constructed. Then next stage, decking excavation and strut installation at central area. This is the central area, so in that one decking excavation occurs. Then next one, construction of main structure below the particular area, means traffic is to be continued, and below that the construction is to be, means structure is to be constructed. Then next one, permanent restoration in section. Permanent restoration means these are to be boundary lining are to be fixed. Then on that boundary lining the rock fill is to be placed. And here, see here, complete means this is the complete picture of the tunnel. The upper traffic is to be continued. Again, the traffic is not disturbed here. In each and every stage, see here, the traffic is not disturbed. So see here, the traffic is to be same. Traffic is to be continued, and the below excavation is to be done. So it's to be cut and cover construction illustration. Okay, there is 4 stages. Then there is diagrammatic representation, and after that, this is the third. There is a tunnel boring machine. So mechanical support tunnel boring machine is to be there. Tunnel boring machine, in that again there are 5 types: mechanical support tunnel boring machine, compressed air tunnel boring machine, slurry shield tunnel boring machine, earth pressure balance machine, mixed phase shield tunnel boring machine. Mechanical support means a mechanical support tunnel boring machine has a full face cutter head which provides face support by constantly pushing the excavated material ahead of the, means mechanically whatever the debris is to be there is to be collected. Okay, then compressed air, when the blades are to be excavating the particular tunnel portion, the compressed air we are putting into that, and because of that pressure the excavation occurs. Then slurry shield, so in place of the air, here the fluid we are putting into that. Okay, so next one, earth pressure balance machine, and earth pressure balance machine has a full face cutter head. Confinement is achieved by pressurizing the excavated material in the cutter head chamber. Whatever the excavated material itself we are putting into that one. First one is the air, means here first one is the air, then here the water or fluid we are putting, and in the whatever the excavated material is together itself we are putting into that one for the excavation. Mixed phase means mixed phase shield tunnel machine have full face cutter heads and can work in closed or open mode and with different confinement techniques. It is a mix, means above 3, means with air, fluid and excavating material itself. So by mixing these 3, there is a mixed phase shield tunnel boring machine, and this is to be effect of the geological structures to tunnel excavation. So in next video we have to learn about that in detail. Okay, effects of fault, tunnel excavation in the slopes. So there has to be classification of tunnel rocks for tunneling purposes. Okay, so classification based on the Tarsagi's view, means whatever the petrological characters are to be there, according to that we the classification is to be there for the rock samples. Thank you. Refer the PPT, dear students.